Chelsea fizzle. What's that, Roy Hodgson? Christmas miracle? And ole, Gunnar Solskjaer. Welcome to Top Bins Football Game Week 18 review. Hi, I'm Dave. I'm flying solo again this week. It's been a big week, flying off to Manchester for the job interview. I'm not going to let you know how that goes. You're going to have to wait and see what happens after Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But needless to say, I did forget Mike's advice and wore my Liverpool hat into the interview. I don't know whether it was the hat or what was on it. Didn't go down all that well. So, yeah, maybe not the best for me. Thanks for all the love, Mike. I did try and get to London to catch up with Mike. Bit odd, though. I went to catch up with him. He'd been at the pub you saw him at last week. And that's where he was last seen. He was last seen downing a pint after someone challenged him to get the Crystal Palace striker, who we will not name, to find him and try and help him find the back of the net. Now, we've talked to Mike's family, his loved ones, and they're all very, very concerned. So I think Mike, it's Christmas. Get back home. It's a lost cause, brother. That guy's never going to score a goal again. Don't even go for it, mate. Just get home and enjoy some Christmas with your loved ones. Crimbo ain't the same without you, fella. But look, we're going to plough on super turbo this week because it is Christmas Eve here in New Zealand, and I want to get this content out to you so you can enjoy it on Christmas Day when you're trying to avoid your families. So here we go. Cracker start to the weekend, certainly if you're a Liverpool fan like me, and Liverpool taking down Wolves 2-0. It was a pretty clinical display from the Reds all in all. They looked the goods for the whole game. Van Dijk, both sides of the pitch, just immense. Scoring just a second goal, but boy, he's just been so instrumental to everything good Liverpool's done. So it's been fantastic, and that put me in a great mood because I thought, here we go, we'll be on top at Christmas. Regardless of what happens, we were going to be on top on Christmas Day when I open my presents, and that's the best present to have. Worst little piece of stats though, the last time a team that was on top at Christmas and didn't win the league was Liverpool in that 13-14 Brendan Rodgers season, with the Sturridge, Suarez and Sterling combination. So yeah, a little bit worrying, hoping history doesn't repeat itself. 8 of the last 9 teams on top at Christmas have won the league, so I didn't think 1 point was going to be enough, and it won't have to be, because we had some shock results this weekend. Chelsea at home losing to a Jamie Vardy goal against Leicester. Now, great game from Leicester. They played this very well. I thought Claude Puel got them playing some great football and playing for the circumstances really well. Very worryingly, Chelsea were just flat. And I think the best player on the day for Chelsea was David Luiz, and he was their creative source. And if that's what you've got in front of you, it's never going to be a good day at the office, is it? And it wasn't. 1-0, Chelsea could not find the drawing goal. And they lose at home before Christmas, which will, certainly make the turkey taste a little off this year for them. But in terms of the biggest results of the weekend, I mean, if anyone had predicted that Crystal Palace would turn up at the Etihad and pick up all 3 points, I mean, all credit to you. I just never would have picked this result. Crystal Palace, admittedly, have been better away than they have been at home, but no one goes to the Etihad and scores 3. But they did, and they've barely scored 3 in the last 3 weeks. I mean, they've really gone out there and had an absolute stunner. And City just didn't look to have the goods. Behind for large periods of game, never looked like they were really going to win it for me. Shocking result, but fabulous result for Liverpool fans because that puts Liverpool 4 points clear. And then, of course, this morning's result, Spurs with a huge win at Goodison Park, 6-2. Really putting that pressure on City now. They are not far behind. And Spurs have had, like Liverpool, played more away games than home games. And in the second half of the season, that could count for something. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see where this all pans out. But Spurs have definitely put themselves in the running for top 4, certainly, but for something a bit tastier, maybe if the 2 teams ahead of them slip up. So Spurs right in the running. Son just amazing. 10 out of 10 performance for me. The guy's just been a elite trick the last few weeks, but this week in particular, he was stunning. Harry Kane missed a couple of chances, but still scored 2 and was instrumental in 2 others. Looking the goods at the moment as well, and some fine form, and they've got a good little fixture list at Christmas, so he'll be loving that. In terms of other big games of the weekend, the last one to cover in any sort of main way would be Manchester United visiting Cardiff. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in his first game in charge in this interim capacity. huge result against his old club, so there would have been a bit of feeling there, but he's a Manchester United man through and through, and what a game for them to come through and score some goals and put the Jose curse behind them. They went out and played some great attacking football, 5-1, no coincidence that as soon as they're set up to play that way, they go out and get a good result. Paying 20 million to a guy to make him leave, it's a lot of money to make a guy leave your club, but look, first result, I know there's the bounce of a new manager, but it feels worth it. Just much more attacking play. You've got a team that had a bit of confidence. That awful dressing room atmosphere that Jose tends to create, gone. I'm sure Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be bringing in a really positive mindset of his time when he was at the club under Alex Ferguson. There'll be probably a lot of calling back to those kind of times and asking for a bit of pride from these guys in the club that they're playing for. And look, they certainly seem to have responded straight away. Fabulous win for them, 5-1, would have done them a world of good after a pretty turbulent week. We look at the other games that matter. We got Arsenal with a pretty comfortable 3-1 win at Burnley. Sean Dyche was not happy about the penalties given, but Aubameyang's, look, he's gone out there and he's had a good performance. And Arsenal probably on the run of play deserved that win. Bournemouth with a pretty tidy win at home against Brighton as well. Brooks knocking himself in a couple. He really does look a gem, and he's fitting into that team very, very well. And all credit to him. 2 great goals. Brighton just didn't look like they were at the races really, and Bournemouth deserved 2-0 winners. Huddersfield and Southampton, well, talk about new managers having an impact. Southampton starting to pull clear of trouble. Another good 3-1 win here, and they are finding goals when it matters, and it's the guys that matter that are scoring than the guys up front. Nice, more direct style of play that they've got under the new manager, and you can see why they call him, what is it, they're calling him the Alpine Klopp, I think. And you can see why. Much more physical, pressing, fast-paced style of play to what they were playing with the awful counter-attacking football under Mark Hughes. They're going out there and trying to dictate terms, and they're getting results. Long may it continue. Newcastle and Fulham played out the worst game of the weekend, a bore 0-0 draw, and it really wasn't a great game. Although I will give Fulham a little bit of credit. It's their first clean sheet of the season. They had to earn it, and I'm sure Ranieri will take that. Going up to Newcastle, getting granted 0-0, but still keeping a clean sheet. It's a tough place to play. Fulham shipping goals all season, to have a 0 there for the first time this season, they'll be loving that. West Ham entertaining Watford, and Watford doing the job. Nice 2 goals there. Troy Deeney with a captain's turn, playing very well. And inspiring his team to a good win. And Watford seem to have, they've been a bit up and down, but they're starting to find a little bit of form around the Christmas time when it is so important. And so good on them. And that pretty much wraps up the week for us. I'll be giving you a quick preview of next week's action. Mike, before he went on his bender at the pub and started looking for that striker that we shall not name, he did send me his picks for this week. So we are going to get them to you because we want those Boxing Day game picks. We need it. Things are tight now in our picking race. I couldn't have him not giving me those. So while I was waiting at Heathrow after I couldn't find him, I did get a random text message from him telling me his picks for the week. Could have been a little drunk, but his picks do look solid. So we're going to go with it. Mike, again, if you are watching, and I hope you are, buddy, wherever you are, please get home. Get away from Belgium, scouring the country for that striker, and get yourself back into London. Family miss you. I miss you, buddy. Just want you returning home safe. So you just look after yourself. We'll talk about the interview. I'll get some tips. Maybe I can pick you up as my agent, but we'll continue that conversation offline. And let's just see if Edward Woodward was impressed enough with my CV. As Mike said, I've got several good runs with Solihull Moors and other fabulous non-league teams in Football Manager. And, that's a pretty solid CV I'm building up there. You guys have the best Christmas. We love you guys. We love your likes. We love your subscribes. Hit us up on Facebook /TopBinsFantasy. Look for us on Twitter as well. We hope you have the best Christmas day. Enjoy the preview. Enjoy all the drinking, all the eating, all the presents. And let's hope the Premier League gives us a few crackers on Boxing Day.
I say walk like they talk like they know. Talking like they know. What do they know? Talking like they know.